This is How We Talk to Girls by Cake or Death. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we stormed to the poker game and cracked open the wine. We said the next round's on us, but please take your sweet time. The barkeep said if you have anything, you'll pack up and leave. We said now, oh, how come? We're just beginning to believe that we came down with notes that read to women from God. The barkeeper just smiled and poured out drinks with a nod. Then in walked in the lady wearing nothing but pearls, and I said, you're all about to see how we talk to girls. Well, little Jim of our poker crew grins that this one's mine. Then he reached into his ass and pulled out a dandelion, folded it into a funny shape, proceeded to shove it under the lady with pearls' nose. Said, take it, it's a dove. We giggled from the back room and continued our cigars, dreaming of better days when we drive better cars. Then would you believe it, in came the girl with curls. I said, come on, let's show 'em boys how we talk to girls. I drew a jack of diamonds, said game over, it's a flush. When we all saw what happened, we all began to rush to the girl with curls to offer her our hearts, but she could not decide on one of us. So we just played darts to decide which one of us would have chiseled jaws. We all got so excited, and then we saw the claws. Suddenly we had no desire to smell the air around her curls. I said, is this really how we talk to girls? Well, after 14 rounds of whiskey and pie quarters of a beer, I started whispering in David Jones's ear. I said, what can you tell me about the pearl-clad lady? Said, it depends if you're ready. And I just answered maybe, and then as if on cue, in came fair hair, blue eyes, said to be deflowered long ago by fair-haired Russian spies. I felt like I could do it, I felt like I could take the world. I said, I'll show 'em all how I talk to girls. I walked over, was polite. She smiled and asked my name. I said it was Beethoven. She sighed and walked away. Sat there, wondering what had I done wrong, but was shocked to look up, see Buck Mackenzie getting it on with a lady known as Cynthia. She'd been there the whole time, sipping margaritas while her girlfriend drunk the wine. But what was weirder was David Jones and the girl with pearls. I said, is this really how you talk to girls? Months later, we were sleeping in Buck Mackenzie's jet. I knew the math, but hadn't got the formula yet. Maybe I seemed bitter, or maybe I seemed uncool, or maybe there was more than water in the swimming pool. And then in came Lil Jim with, would you believe that, blue eyes. She greeted me, we smiled, and then she gave me some advice. I watched from the sunset as my friends talked to the girls and smiled, 'cause I realized how much I like
Well done, gentlemen. Fantastic. Hopefully we got the levels about right. Took me a little while. Well done, guys. I need to ask now, there's a big blues influence from what I've heard in that song and a couple of others.
Yeah.
You into the blues?
Yes, we are. Yeah, well, we're kind of very much into the Tower of Song, which is Leonard Cohen wants to describe it. So that idea of the family of bluesmen and how it progressed down onto. So you had, you know, the. I always thought if I ever work with either, you know, Bob Dylan or June Page or Jack White, you can have this direct ascendancy. It's really interesting. Like Blind Lemon Jefferson, one of my favorite bluesmen, he Leadbelly collected coins for him, and Leadbelly then went on to sing with Woody Guthrie, who was visited in hospital with Bob Dylan, who played with Jack White. I mean, that's
there you go.
That's just
it's
beautiful. You know, that idea that kind of it all stems from this one idea.
And years ago, when Nirvana were around, I never have imagined Kurt Cobain was a huge Leadbelly fan.
Yeah.
And I mean, I couldn't hear direct relationship, but his attitude, I guess. And Leadbelly was notorious for a lot of things. He was hard drinking, hard loving man, sort of thing. And Kurt, perhaps not quite.
You hear
so,
what Leadbelly said when someone said, "So what would a piece of advice would you give?" He said, "Don't kill no women."
Well, you can't argue with that.
No, it's fine logic.
Now, do you guys have a MySpace?
Yeah.
Yep. What's the address?
It's Cake Duo Death instead of Cake or Death, because I think there's some Oklahoma rockabilly band or something like that called Cake or Death. But yeah, Cake Duo Death is the URL. So
okay.
Cake Duo Death, no spaces.
And what's on there? How many songs are on there? Have you got?
I just put in a few new songs. Got quite a bit. There's one new song called Anna Karenina, which is we just recorded, and that's kind of the first recording that we put effort into. It's not a demo, but there's a whole lot of songs on there, just like that one, How We Talk to